Here today's session we are going to see about a small topic in industrial safety. So this is an open elective for both electronics and instrumentation E&I and for textile department. It is for 7th semester subject. So in this unit 4 we are having the hazard analysis. Okay, before going to that hazard analysis, first we will have the definition for hazard. So hazard is nothing but any source of potential damage. It is any source of potential damage, harm or adverse health effect on person or persons. So in industry you are having many machines or many equipments. So this can harm the workers which they are working in the industry. So by that we are going to have a hazard. So hazard is nothing but it is a potential damage or harm or any adverse effect. So due to this hazard we are going to have it is going to result in injury or illness. Okay, so if it is uncontrolled means if we are not aware of the hazard or if it is uncontrolled, it results in injury or illness. Okay, and next we move on to hazard analysis. So the hazard analysis, it is nothing but to identify and define the hazardous conditions for risk. So what are the possible conditions or risk which is going to be there in the environment, that has to be identified by the analysis called as hazard analysis. So it is nothing but to identify and define hazardous conditions for risk for the purpose of the elimination and control of the hazard. So by using that analysis we can eliminate and we can control the hazards. Okay, so we are having many techniques in our syllabus. We are having only the process identification technique. So this process identification techniques, you are having two more analysis. One is fault tree analysis, FTA. FTA is nothing but fault tree analysis technique, and another analysis is hazard operability. Hazard operability, it is abbreviated as hazard. In hazard, HA has been abbreviated and operability OP has been abbreviated, and it is named as hazard analysis. So these two analysis, it comes under the process identification, and this is mentioned in our syllabus. So this process identification technique is nothing but it is used to evaluate possible hazards due to the mal-operation. Mal-operation is nothing but it is nothing but the misoperation of the equipments or misoperation of the all the equipments in the process, and by using that we can identify any potential hazards. Okay, mal-operation is nothing but misoperation. It can be done by if the equipment has been failure or the workers is not very skilled means it leads to the mal-operation or misoperation, and it is associated with the process. Mainly it is associated with the process. That's why the name is called as process identification. Okay, in this session we can see about the fault tree analysis. So fault tree analysis, by using that how we are going to identify the hazard and how we can prevent the hazard or how we can eliminate it. So this fault tree analysis is nothing but it is a quantitative analysis. Quantitative analysis means we can give the how much hazard analysis. By using that analysis we can give the correct amount of probability of eliminating or controlling the hazard. So fault tree analysis, it is a top down approach. Top down approach means it starts from the top, and by using that undesired or top level event we are going to segregate the basic events. So it is a top down approach developed by Bell Laboratories. It is developed by Bell Laboratories in 1962 by H.A. Watson. So H.A. Watson is an engineer. He has formulated this fault tree analysis, and it is nothing but it is a graphical logical representation. It is a graphical logical representation of fault events that may occur to a functional system. For any functional system, so the events which is going to create an hazard, it can be modeled. So it can be analyzed by using this method. So it is a graphical, it is nothing but we are going to have a approach, graphical and logical approach. We are going to use the logic gates. By using that logic gates we are going to derive the analysis. That's why it is a graphical logical representation which occurs at a functional system. Okay, so this fault tree analysis, it is abbreviated as FTA. FTA is the fault tree analysis, and the basic elements or it is two elements or the basic for this fault tree analysis. One is said to be the event, and another is the logic gates. Events and logic gates. Events is nothing but a thing happen in a functional system. Or system where we are having any event is nothing but it is a system. We are going to have the events which is going to create the hazard. So this event are mainly classified as four events. One is undeveloped event, and the symbol is given as a diamond shape. This diamond shape is given as the symbol for undeveloped event. And second is intermediate event. It is given by the square shape symbol. And third is the basic event. It is given by the circle, a small circle. It is given the basic event, and the rectangular shape is represented as undesired event, or it is the top of the fault tree analysis. So this undesired event is given as a rectangular shape, and this represents the undesirable event. This has to be eliminated or it has to be controlled. And basic event, it is said to be a circle. It is at the bottom level. It is at the bottom of the FTA. This is the last part of your fault tree analysis is the basic event. From the basic event, we are going to have the undesirable event at top. It is the top. Okay. So undeveloped event, it is going to have less number of information, and it is not going to contribute anything. By using that event, we cannot acquire any knowledge of the system. So that event is named as the undeveloped event. An intermediate event, it is the event which connects both your top level event and basic level event. That's why the name is called as intermediate event. And basic event, it is the bottom of your fault tree analysis, and this is the basic event which creates the hazard. And last is the undesired event, and this undesired event, it has to be prevented. It is the top level, and it has to be prevented, or it has to be eliminated, or it has to be controlled. That's why it is maintained as the top. So this analysis is named as a top-down approach. That's why the name is called as a top-down approach. Okay. So we will explain this fault tree analysis with a small example. How to prevent a fire hazard. So this is a simple example. By using this fault tree analysis, we are going to how we are going to prevent the fire. Okay. So for having a fire. Three components are mainly required. One is the fuel, and second is the oxygen, and third is the ignition. So already we are seeing about the fire triangle. In the fire triangle, these are the main three components. Without any one component, we cannot have a fire. For having a fire, all these three has to be constitutes. All the three components has to be come together, and this makes the fire. Okay. So fuel, oxygen, and ignition. So this fire is said to be your top level undesirable event. This has to be avoided. So that's why it is made as a top undesirable event. That is going to be your top level. Okay. And the three intermediate events are your fuel, oxygen, and ignition. And these three are constitutes the intermediate events. Without this, any one of the event, we cannot have the fire. So this is going to be there: fuel, oxygen, and ignition. Okay. And for fuel, we are going to have fuel is classified as a liquid, solid, and gas. So we have the classification. Either it can be a liquid fuel. For liquid fuel, it's nothing but a petrol, kerosene, ethanol, like that. It is going to be your liquid, and solid can be your wood or any fibrous material. That is going to be your solid, and gas is nothing but any gaseous element. Which is going to have the fuel element for creation of the fire. So these are the basic elements, basic events for fuel. And for oxygen, it is only in the atmosphere. Oxygen is only in the atmosphere. So that is going to be your basic event for your intermediate event called as oxygen. For this component oxygen, atmosphere is the basic event. And next is your ignition. So it can be a spark, it can be a misuse, or it can be by using the flames. By using the spark, we can have the ignition, or by using the misuse. Any misuse of the material, we can have the ignition. So that is the second part, and the third is by using the flames, any flame which can create the ignition. So these are three basic events for the ignition, and for oxygen it is only for atmosphere, and for fuel it can be a liquid, solid or gas. So another part of your element I have now we can see. The first is said to be an event, and this can be this as described, and second is a logic gate. So it is connects the events to identify the top undesired event. So an event or either an intermediate event or top or basic event, this has to be connected by using the logic gates. That's why logic gates is nothing but it connects the events to identify the top undesired event. So your top undesired events are connected through the gates. So here we are going to use two logical gates. One is your AND gate and another is the OR gate. So AND gate is nothing but the output event. So AND gate is going to have two inputs A and B, and here we can consider this A and B as a two input event, and C is the output event. So the output event C occurs if all input event A and B occur simultaneously. So we are having output event C only if both A event and B event occurs simultaneously. Okay, that's why it is an AND logic. And second is your OR gate. So here also the input has two events A and B, and the output event is C. So your output event C can occur if any one of your input event A or B occurs. So either if you are having event A, then your output C event is going to be there, or if you are having your input events B, then also a C event will occur. Okay, so these are the two basic logic gates which is going to be used in your fault tree analysis. So already we have discussed about the top level undesirable event, intermediate event and basic events. And intermediate events are fuel, oxygen and gas. For fuel, we are going to have three modes of fuel. One is liquid fuel, solid and gas, and these three fuels are connected with your logic gate OR, because if any one of the fuel mode is going to be there, then you can have your fire. Either it can be a solid fuel, or it can be a liquid fuel, or it can be a gaseous fuel. So we are going to connect with an OR gate. Again for ignition, so the ignition can be done by using any one of this mode. Either it can be a spark, either it is done by using the misuse, or done by using the flame. So if any one of them you are going to have an ignition, that's why OR gate has been connected between these two events. Okay, and for next stage we are going to use an AND gate. So this AND gate we are going to have by using the output of the AND gate is your fire. So for having this event fire, all these three events has to be occur simultaneously. Your fuel has to be there, your oxygen has to be there, and your ignition has to be there. So if any one is not present, then there will not be the fire hazard. So all these three events has to be occur simultaneously. So it is connected with the AND gate. So if all these three, fuel, oxygen and ignition, if it is present, then you are going to have the hazard called as fire, which is categorized as the top level undesirable event. By this we are going to have an example how to prevent the fire by using the fault tree analysis. By this it is very clear that it is a top level approach. Top level down approach means from top. This fire we are going to segregate it as an intermediate event, and by using this basic event, and it is mainly used, this type of analysis is used in aerospace, electronics and mobile services, which by that how we can eradicate the hazards. Thank you.